What you got cooking? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a fantastic day out there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. It feels so weird when I do a random intro. Like, before I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm out of frame. And I'm just start singing, reach my hand up, press the record button. Listen, today we're listening to a little bit of Heidi Berry. We're going to listen to this particular track, For the Rose. This is coming off of her self-titled album released in 1993. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Andreas. Andreas, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I appreciate that. I can't say that I've heard of Miss Berry, but we're going to hear of her at least a little bit today with this particular track. Hope that you guys are feeling well. Stop and smell the roses. It's a good thing. Almost every evening, I go out on a walk with Liam, take him around, and if I see a nice flower, I pick it, I bring it home for my wife. I try to find the biggest bloom, like the prettiest one out there, and just bring it home. Just put it right next to her. You know, just little small things. This is small things in life. Even though technically the flowers that I pick are technically weeds. But it's the thought that counts. Even weeds can be beautiful. There's probably something to be said for that. Let's listen to the track. We'll discuss it after. Here we go.
Get up when the sunlight kisses my eyes. Watch it travel high into blue skies. I see a little prayer for a brand new day. But why do I tremble in the night when I'm all alone? Cry out from the deep oblivion. Turn my face toward a new horizon. But why contemplate the fear and love surprise, and try to look behind someone else's eyes. And when I do, I find it's just myself I really recognize. But why do feel the rumble of the train and it's pulling me? I travel with the sound, travel with the speed, and how I wish that I was on that train today. But why do I'm looking for the place that my heart goes home. I'm waiting for the time when I look no more. I'm searching for the rose that has no thorn. But why do I do
Ah, that is deeply, deeply relaxing. That is like an audible massage for your ears. It immediately puts you in a fantastic place. It lays you down low. Can I tell you? I'm recording this after work, and I wish that I was recording this before bed because this is the type of music to lay you down in the most restful and gentlest of ways, and you will have the best sleep right after. Her voice is incredibly soothing. So relaxing listening to this. Is the ultimate chill. Just gliding along the song with her. And can I tell you, when it comes to her voice specifically, Miss Berry, it made me think of something. I want to pull up an image here for you, just because it's the image that came to mind when listening to this. And I think that maybe you'll understand what I mean when I pull this up here. Let's see. Oh, this is this is perfect. Man, this is perfect. Let me lower myself so you guys can see as well. It just reminds me of a willow tree, but by water. Her voice has this beautiful mystical aspect to it, and I can imagine like the leaves on a willow tree gently blowing back and forth by like any little breeze. And you know, when a willow tree specifically is blown upon by a wind, there's a certain way that it moves. Like, it's almost like the tree is breathing. There's almost a vibration that takes place through the leaves. And I think that her voice carries that exact same sort of shimmer, if you will, in a very cool kind of down low way. And I'm really impressed by the sheer sound of it and the way that she sings. I love the do I, that repeated part. That is like the vibrations, that wind providing that shimmer in the willow tree. I think that it's absolutely gorgeous. And the keys behind it, it is the exact type of tone that I like, that really resonates with me. And what I really like is when the bass enters. You got the stand-up bass playing. And I wish I looked at where it happened, but it's one of those soft impacts with the way that it enters, but it's still an impact. When that note comes in, then we start off the next verse. It's incredible. And it's played with such a low light energy, but like I said, still providing light. Instruments. Let me see who's playing what here. So like I said, obviously Miss Berry is singing, but she's also performing rhythm guitar here. And on this track, you have Christopher Berry, who's playing a lot of the other guitar, piano, string arrangements, and such. He's everywhere. Danny Thompson is on the bass. Oh, that's so good. No wonder it has that very specific, sensitive touch to it that moves in a really particular way, but still holds back in others and invokes a wonderful subtlety into the music. That's really, really wonderful. This is such a great nocturnal track and a song to listen to at night. And her voice, her voice treads upon the water without causing a ripple. Does that make sense? Like, her voice is there and it gently floats on things with a beautiful buoyancy, but it doesn't even disturb the waters of the music underneath, especially those keys. It's just a really lovely track. I could sit here and listen to this type of music all day.
I'm looking for the place that my heart goes home.
And it even sounds like you have maybe a little bit of that guitar handling in the back, providing some sort of effect, it seems like. Can I tell you, I think another reason that this resonates with me is because of the sound of it. It kind of has a similar sound in respects, not like exactly, but the aura of it, if I can use that word, kind of reminds me a little bit of David Sylvian. And I know I can't help but like always think about him, but it reminds me a little bit of the atmosphere that he would create on his early albums, you know. I just can't get that necessarily out of my head, and I think that it comes together incredibly beautifully. I love that that he's featured in this album. And obviously, Thompson's played on David Sylvian's early albums, so there's like another connection, but I think that is absolutely wonderful to have him involved in the project. and in this album. It's wonderfully performed. Let's look at some of the lyrics here. I get up when the sun ray kisses my eyes. I watch it travel high into blue sky. I say a little prayer for a brand new day. But why do I tremble in the night when I'm all alone? Cry out for a deep oblivion, then turn my face toward a new horizon. But why do I? So I like how there's almost this satisfaction in the beginning, right? I get up for the sun ray kisses on my eyes. I travel high into blue sky. Good, positive feeling. She's feeling great. But then there's a question, but why do I tremble at night? Why do I tremble when I'm alone? Contemplate the fear in a love surprise and try to look behind someone else's eyes. And when I do find, I find it's just myself I really recognize. And I like how that ends the verse, but then the do I part, why do I, also acts as the beginning to the next verse. So even this, like contemplating the fear in a love surprise. Surprise perhaps that she's feeling a certain way, or that love has found her, and trying to understand why is she scared of love, and trying to look behind someone else's eyes, trying to see, are they deceiving me? I'm feeling like in love with this other person, but there's a distrust also. Perhaps she's been hurt before, and so she feels a little hesitant to trust again. And so when she looks behind this other person's eyes, she's trying to see, are their motives pure? Do they actually feel the same feeling she does, or is there an ulterior motive? But why do I feel the rhythm of the train and it's pulling me? I travel with the sound, travel with the speed. How I wish that I was on that train today. Is this the train to the other person to reconnect and to be with them, or this is a train away? I feel like towards, just like her heart is pulling her towards this other person. Although her mind tells her, hold on, act with a little caution. I'm looking for a place that my heart calls home. I'm waiting for the time when I look no more. I'm searching for the rose that has no thorn. I love that line, and I love the way she ends it. Searching for that rose with no thorn. That love, that beauty, without the hurt that could come along with it. And also going back to the train line, obviously a train is a method of travel, and if you were to say, what's the majority of way of using travel is to go to and from home. The next line, she says she's looking for a place that her heart can call home. So you could even say that this pulling that she feels to the rhythm of the train is that last time that she has to take this symbolic train to where her heart will call home and stay there for good, no longer having to travel station to station. That's poetic. That's love. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, down there below in the comments. I hope you're having a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Andreas, thank you once again for the request and for the support. I appreciate that. This is a really beautiful track. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your evening, your afternoon, anytime in between. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.